You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And right now, you are an energetic magnet, pulsing with thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that shape the very fabric of your reality. Welcome back, and if this is your first time here, this space is for the seekers, the visionaries, the ones who know, deep down, that life is more than random moments stitched together. This channel is where we remember how to consciously shape our lives through energy, clarity, and presence. So let's begin with a question that holds more power than most realize. What frequency are you living on today? Because everything you see, feel, touch, and experience began as a vibration, a thought, an intention. This isn't philosophy, it's physics. It's the quantum truth that your inner world broadcasts a signal, and that signal calls in a matching external experience. You're not here by accident. You're here because a part of you knows it's time to realign. You're ready to co-create, to manifest with precision and power, not by chasing, but by aligning. And that starts with understanding the language of the universe, energy. The law of attraction is not just a concept or a technique, it's a way of being. It's how we engage with the invisible layers of our reality. When you align your thoughts with your desires, when you infuse your emotions with clarity and belief, when your subconscious blueprint reflects your worthiness, manifestation becomes effortless. And today, we're diving deep into that process. This isn't a list of tips, it's a recalibration of your vibration. Let's begin with the foundation, clarity. If you don't know what you truly desire beyond the surface wants, beyond what others expect, you'll send mixed signals to the universe. I want a house, you say. But what kind? Where is it? What does it smell like when you walk in? The door? Who's there with you? Can you feel the sunlight on your skin as you open the windows in the morning? That's not just fantasy, that's energetic precision. When you see it in detail, you start to feel it. And feeling is the shortcut to creation. Why? Because emotion is energy in motion. It is the broadcast frequency of your subconscious mind. And the universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to your vibration. And here's where people often get it twisted. They try to force things into a timeline. I want this by July, but time is not your master. Energy is. When you let go of timelines and instead trust in alignment, what you desire finds you faster than you imagined because your grip isn't choking the flow. So yes, write your desires, get specific, but then release, let it go with the confidence of someone who knows that when the signal is clear, the delivery is certain. The universe doesn't need pressure, it needs precision. And it always listens. Now, maybe you've experienced the chaos of getting what you asked for, but not quite how you imagined. That's because clarity was missing. Vibration was inconsistent. And still the universe was responding. This is why your energy must be congruent with what you claim to want. If you're asking for love, but vibrating in fear, the signal gets scrambled. That's why specificity and emotional embodiment matter. It's not about control. It's about resonance. Your desires aren't out there in the future. They're already available in the field. You don't need to chase them. You need to tune into them. One of the most powerful things you can do is release the idea that you're crazy for believing this. Because you're not. You're awake. You're aware. And that can be confronting for people who are still asleep. Your belief in energy, in possibility, in spiritual law, that's not naive. It's ancient wisdom resurfacing. It's the truth beneath all surface truths. And yes, people may mock what they don't understand. They may project their own fear onto your expansion. But your job is not to convince them. Your job is to stay aligned. Because when your vibration rises and your manifestations start arriving, they'll see the evidence. And even then, your power was never for them. It's for you, so protect your frequency, especially in a world that's quick to dismiss what it can't quantify. If someone doesn't understand the power of your vision board, your scripting, your gratitude rituals, your silent meditations, that's okay. That's not your burden. Your journey is not up for debate, because what you're building is energetic infrastructure. You are tuning yourself to the vibration of a life you haven't yet seen but already feel. And that inner feeling is the real work. This is why daily alignment practices aren't optional. They are sacred. They're how you come home to yourself. Each morning, gratitude, for example, is not a cute activity, an energetic amplifier. When you express real, embodied gratitude, you multiply what you have. You raise your frequency to match more abundance. I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful for this chance. I am grateful for what's already on the way. These aren't just statements. They are energetic declarations. And the universe responds with yes. Pair that with EFT emotional freedom technique. Now you're clearing the static. Tapping releases stuck emotions. It moves stagnant energy. It helps rewire the subconscious so that your inner alignment matches your outer intention. When you tap while affirming your worth, your abundance, your readiness, you're sending a strong, clear signal. You're telling the universe, I am ready. I am open. I am aligned. And then there's the vortex. Abraham Hicks described it as a vibrational holding space, a frequency where all that you desire already exists. And getting into the vortex isn't about effort. It's about emotional alignment. It's a state of being. You get there through joy, self-love, flow. You get there by surrendering resistance and choosing presence. And once you're there, manifestation becomes magnetic. Not because you're demanding it, but because your frequency is now a match. So if you're wondering where to begin, start here. Feel the reality of your desire now. Not someday, not when it happens, but now. Imagine it, embody it. Visualize the scene, see the money in your account. Feel the hand of your future partner in yours. Smell the pages of your published book. Hear the ocean from your dream vacation. Get in it. Because in the quantum field, imagination is access. Visualization is alignment. Emotion is confirmation. You've already started shifting just by listening. This is not a game of wishing. It's a science of being. And today is the day you begin to become the vibrational match to everything your heart desires. Your reality is responding. Let's keep moving deeper. Part 2 is where we bring in the science, the practices, the stories, the real evidence that manifestation isn't magic. It's alignment in motion. Let's go deeper into the heart of how all of this works. Because the law of attraction isn't some airy concept that only makes sense in spiritual circles. At its core, it's about energy, neurobiology, and the invisible field of frequency that responds to your emotional signature. You are, right now, a broadcasting tower. Every thought you think is encoded with emotion. That emotion creates a frequency. That frequency becomes your point of attraction. And science is finally catching up to what the mystics have always known. Your inner world creates your outer world. Take the reticular activating system in your brain. It's a filter one that deletes everything that doesn't match your dominant beliefs. If you've ever bought a car and then suddenly saw that same model everywhere, that's your RAS at work. It's not that the cars appeared out of nowhere. You just trained your brain to see them. Now apply that same principle to opportunity, love, abundance. When your belief says, money flows to me, your RAS starts filtering for it. You start noticing chances, connections, and resources that were always there but invisible until your vibration shifted. This is where subconscious reprogramming becomes essential. You can't fake your vibration. You can say all the affirmations. In the world, But if your core beliefs contradict your words, the universe responds to your dominant emotion, not your desire. That's why healing is part of manifesting. That's why mindset work is the foundation, not fluff. Your subconscious mind is like the soil. Your thoughts are seeds. But only fertile, aligned soil can produce the reality you want. And most of us have spent decades planting seeds of doubt, fear, and lack without even realizing it. Until now, so how do we reprogram? How do we override the subconscious patterns that keep us looping through the same experiences? The answer lies in repetition, emotion, and sensory immersion. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a neural exercise. When you visualize with feeling, your brain fires as if it's actually happening. You build new pathways. You become familiar with success, love, wealth even before it arrives. And familiarity is key because the subconscious craves what it knows. Your job is to make your desires feel safe, normal, expected. So close your eyes even now and see it. That version of you who has already received. How do they walk? How do they speak? What are they no longer tolerating? What are they celebrating? That version of you already exists in the quantum field. And every time you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that frequency, you collapse time. You pull that version of yourself into now. And this is where practices like scripting become powerful. Scripting is the art of writing your life as if it's already happened. When you script, you step into embodiment. You activate your senses. You invite the subconscious to anchor a new identity. I am so grateful I wake up in my dream home every morning. I feel so supported, so free, so joyful. The words are secondary. The emotion is everything. When you script from the heart, you become the vibrational match to what you're calling in. The same goes for affirmations, but they're not just meant to be whispered quietly while you doubt them inside. They're meant to move you. Stand up, look yourself in the mirror, say it like it's already true. I am abundant. I am powerful. I am safe to receive. Your nervous system will resist at first. That's normal, but keep going. Because eventually, the subconscious accepts the new truth. And when belief aligns with intention, transformation becomes inevitable. Let's talk about gratitude, because it's more than just being polite to the universe. Gratitude is an accelerator, a frequency amplifier. When you feel genuine appreciation, not for what's coming, but for what's already here, you vibrate at the level of fulfillment. And fulfillment attracts more of the same. Start every day with 10 reasons you're grateful. Don't just write them, feel them. Breathe into them. Let them flood your system with energy. And then, thank the universe like it's already delivered. Because vibrationally it has. Another potent tool is EFTI Emotional Freedom Technique. It might seem odd at first, tapping on meridian points while saying affirmations. But EFT works because it calms the nervous system, disrupts emotional resistance, and rewires belief patterns in real time. If you feel blocked, anxious, stuck, tap. Even though I feel unworthy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. That statement alone can shift decades of programming. And when you pair EFT with intention and clarity, your energy clears. Your vibration rises. Your signal sharpens. And let's not forget the vortex. Abraham Hicks described it not as a place, but a vibrational state. It's where your desires already live. When you're in the vortex, you don't hope you know. You don't wish you feel. You embody. You become. You enter the vortex through joy, through surrender, through alignment. And when you're there, manifestations show up faster, with more ease, with more grace. Because you're finally matching the frequency of what you asked for. Now, let me tell you, this is not just theory. I've seen it. People scripting their dream jobs with absurd specificity, then getting calls for those exact positions. I've watched friends write down the qualities of their soulmate and then meet them, often in the most unexpected, magical ways. I've witnessed people release childhood wounds through tapping and self-love work, and suddenly, their finances shift, their health improves, their creativity explodes. Why? Because they raised their vibration. They cleared the interference. They stopped trying to force and started becoming, and sometimes the proof is in the smallest synchronicities. A check shows up unexpectedly. A stranger says the exact words you needed to hear. You think of someone and they call. These are not coincidences. They are echoes from the universe saying, "You're aligned. Keep going." And when you're surrounded by people who get it, who live it, the energy multiplies. This is why community matters. When we share our wins, our lessons, our breakthroughs, we amplify them. And that's what this space is for. Collective manifestation, shared frequency, rising together. So if you've been practicing but feel stuck, ask yourself, am I embodying the outcome or am I waiting for proof? Because that distinction makes all the difference. You are the proof. You are the portal. When you shift within, everything outside rearranges every time. Let's move into the conclusion, because now that you know the science and the soul of manifestation, it's time to embody it. You came here to create, not to settle. You came here to remember your power. And I promise you, once you align your energy, your desires will have no choice but to arrive. Everything you've ever desired already exists, in vibration, in potential. And the only thing that separates you from it is alignment. The law of attraction isn't a process of getting, it's a process of allowing. The house, the love, the purpose, the wealth, they don't need to be created. They already are. They are waiting for you to become the version of yourself who lives in resonance with them, not because you've done enough, but because you've become enough. You don't have to prove anything to the universe. You just have to remember who you are beneath the programming, the doubt, the years of being told what's realistic. Realism is just someone else's limited vibration. You're not here to live inside their limits. You're here to transcend them, and the way you do that is through energy, through thought, through belief. You rise through your frequency. Because the truth is, every time you visualize your dream life and feel it in your bones, you collapse time. You shift from hoping into knowing, from waiting into receiving. The deeper mechanics of manifestation are spiritual, but they're also precise. Your thoughts send the signal. Your emotions confirm it. Your actions anchor it. That's the trinity of transformation. Thought plus emotion plus aligned action. So when you set a clear intention, feel the joy of it being done, and then take even one step in that direction, the universe responds. It meets you. It arranges synchronicities. It delivers moments that seem too perfect to be coincidence. But they're not. They are reflections of your vibration. Manifestation doesn't require struggle. It requires surrender. That doesn't mean you stop moving. It means you stop resisting. You stop doubting. You stop sabotaging your own power with thoughts that contradict your desires. And when those doubts come up, because they will, that's not failure. That's feedback. It's your system telling you where the alignment still needs love. And love is the cure for every misaligned belief. Love for yourself. Love for the process. Love for the unfolding, because this path you're on isn't just about getting things. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. The version of you who trusts, who creates, who receives with grace and confidence. The version of you who understands that everything in this universe is made of energy and that you are the energy source. You are the signal. And when your frequency matches your desires, the physical world bends to accommodate. So what does that look like? Practically, It looks like waking up and choosing alignment over urgency. It looks like taking a few deep breaths and tuning into gratitude before you pick up your phone. It looks like scripting your dream day into your journal before it arrives in your calendar. It looks like trusting the nudges, the gut feelings, the sudden inspirations, because they are not random. They are the whispers of your aligned future, echoing back to you through intuition, and it looks like holding space for your own evolution. This is not a one-time event. This is a lifestyle, a way of being, a practice of presence. Sometimes, the manifestation shows up quickly. Other times, the universe needs to rearrange the pieces. But never mistake the delay for denial. The moment you ask, can believe it, is already done in the energetic realm. And your only job is to stay open. Stay aligned, stay tuned to the frequency of already having. This is why self-love is not just a cliche. It's a requirement. Because when you love yourself, you naturally align with what's right for you. You stop settling. You stop doubting. You begin to walk like someone who knows they are worthy. And worthiness is the magnet for miracles. If you're not receiving, it's not because you're not deserving. It's because your belief hasn't caught up with your desire. So, let your belief evolve. Let your inner dialogue shift from maybe it'll happen to it's inevitable, because it's already mine. The people around you might not get it. They might question your methods, your rituals, your affirmations, your faith. Let them. Because when your manifestations begin to pour in, the proof becomes undeniable. And even then, don't do it for the proof. Do it for you, for the joy of co-creating, for the magic of seeing your inner vision reflected in physical form. That's the true miracle of manifestation, not the thing itself, but the reminder that you are, and always were, a creator. And as you live this, breathe it. Embody it too, begin to affect those around you. Your frequency becomes a ripple in their reality. Just by being aligned, you raise the energy of every space you enter. Just by believing, you give others permission to believe. That's the ripple effect of conscious manifestation. It's not just about what you get, about who you become, and how your becoming inspires others to remember their power. So if this journey has stirred something in you feel your energy rising, your clarity sharpening, your purpose becoming louder, then stay with it. Keep aligning, keep showing up for your vision. The universe is already responding. Every moment you choose alignment over fear, clarity over confusion, belief over doubt, you move closer. And what you're seeking is already seeking you. You don't have to chase. You just have to allow, to feel, to trust, to vibrate, to become. Your dream reality is not on some far-off timeline. It is in this moment, waiting for you to tune in. So let this be your signal. Let this be your remembering. You are not separate from what you want. You are the bridge. You are the magnet. You are the light. If this message stirred something in you, consider liking this video or subscribing for more content like this. Leave a comment below if something shifted within you. We're all manifesting together. And every like, every share sends this energy to someone who needs it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for becoming. The next chapter is already unfolding. Let it meet you.